All right, guys. So we're gonna run a comparison versus the two leading single-step chemicals on the market. This is our competitor, and this is Rampage. And we gotta do this Ford F-150 here. You can see, really dirty. I don't wanna rub my finger on it and scratch it, but you can tell how dirty it is. And we're gonna do half with Rampage and half with our competitor here. All right, we're gonna give the competitor the first shot. We're gonna do the same thing we do. We go all the way to the negative and barely pop it. I will say it's foamed up nice. The surfactant, it's falling off pretty quick, but overall really nice and foamy. Now we'll take Rampage, same thing, all the way to the negative and barely pop it. So we sprayed Rampage. Now we're gonna go to our high pressure tip. Let this dwell for about 30 seconds to see how well it does. I'm looking at the tire here. No dirt really coming out of the tire. Come over here. Look at that. A lot more dirt. Now let's rinse it from the top down. Look at that. Look at ours compared to that. Look how much dirt and grime's coming out of that. Okay, so we're gonna let this dry down and give it a fair comparison and see if there's any grime left. So give me a second, let's let this dry down. We're not gonna touch it. We're not gonna dry it down. We're just gonna let it do its thing. Let this truck dry and we'll come back and take a look. Hold on a sec. Okay, so to do a fair comparison, we're gonna do another car. We took my foam cannon off of Rampage and put it on our competitor here, and let's see the difference. Again, we're going all the way to the negative, barely popping it. I'm gonna do half and half. I'm using the other foam cannon, all the way to the negative, pop it, let's see the difference. I'll say hang time, Rampage definitely sticks to the vehicle a little better. You can see it just falls, it's falling right off. You can see underneath. I will say out of my foam cannon, the tire definitely coming a lot cleaner. Okay, let's rinse this thing off and see what it looks like after it dries. Give it a fair rinse, make sure we rinsed everything down. Now let's let that dry. We'll come back in a second, take a look at it. All right guys, so come in here, take a look at this. I will say they're pretty comparable. I wouldn't say these things are 100% touchless. We got some nice residue left in the vehicle. It's not 100% touchless clean, and this is the competitor. We can see we did the door with theirs. You can see right here. As you can see, it's not 100% clean. This is not 100% clean. Same thing with our own chemical. We got some work to do. Here's the line. This is on a black truck. We really wanted to give it a fair comparison. Honestly, it's not there yet. However, I'm gonna show you something else here. I'm gonna two-step wash this vehicle with our Absolute and Savage, and this thing will be 100% clean when we do it that way. So stay tuned here in a second. All right guys, so we did the competitor back here. As you can see, look at, that's far from clean. We got lots of stuff in here. This is not clean. I will say Rampage on this vehicle, look at the difference. This is a one-step. I will say this is about 3 times better than the backside. This is where we stopped. That's our competitor. This is our chemical Rampage. It's not perfect. You might have to do a little bit of mitt washing. Very much better than the other side. Now, we're gonna two-step wash this with Absolute and Savage, and that's where our chemicals shine. A two-step process is hands down the best way to wash a vehicle. And then I would say to get this car back to where it should be, and then you maintain it with Rampage. You don't need a two-step wash every single time. There is a little bit of a risk factor there that if you let it dry, you could hurt some windows. Just make sure the dilutions are correct and you don't ever let it dry, and you'll never have a problem. So We're gonna two-step wash this with Absolute and Savage, and then we'll come back and take a look after it's dry and see what it looks like. Okay guys, so we did a comparison with Rampage and our competitor, but I want to show you the ultimate wash would be this way. So this same black truck, we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. Okay, now we're going to switch to step 2. You're going to let that sit for about 30 seconds, all the way to the negative, barely pop it, and we're going to apply right over the top. Okay, now we're gonna put our high pressure tip, which would be your green, your red, whatever tip that you got for your pressure washer. And we're gonna rinse from the top down. We've applied our Absolute and Savage, and now we're gonna let this dry. We'll come back, take a look, see if there's any road film, and see if we can do a finger test and see if there's any residue. All right guys, so on this car, we did the competitor test, we did the Rampage. It's still dirty. As you can see, there's still a film on there. We're gonna run our Absolute and Savage over it, take a look at it after it's done. You see how bad this is in here? Okay, we're gonna let that sit for about 30 seconds. Switch to our Savage, all the way to the negative, barely pop it. Now, as you can see, this has a really good surfactant in it, so it's holding to that car, making sure that it's doing the maximum amount of cleaning right now. When we apply step 2, we're gonna break that static bond, neutralize that step 1, and this car's gonna be 100% touchless clean when we're done. Okay, we're going back to our green tip. This is our high pressure tip. We're gonna let that dwell for 15 to 30 seconds. Oh hell, y'all know we don't got that kind of time. Okay, so now we've done a competitor bottle on the back, we've done Rampage, and now we've two-stepped it with Absolute and Savage, and see how this thing turns out when it dries. So we did a competitor's brand 1-step, Rampage is a 1-step. To be completely honest, neither one of them got it completely 100% clean, but our Absolute and Savage, look at what it did. There's no film left. It's nice and clean. This is a 2-step wash. So if I was you guys, I would 2-step wash it with Absolute and Savage, maintain it with Rampage until Rampage doesn't work anymore, Absolute Savage it again, and then keep maintaining it with Rampage, and you should never have to put another brush or a mitt on your vehicle again. So Bling Bling gets you clean, www.blingchemicals.com, or get that stuff in the TikTok shop. All right, I'm gonna show you why our preferred method is Absolute and Savage, a 2-step wash. Look at this. No film left on this car. This is a black truck. It's dry. We did not touch it. There's no towel. Look, as you can see, there's water spots on it still. You can even see right here where we stopped, the chemical kind of oversprayed onto here. Literally, all these specks are where it cleaned from the overspray. This is a black truck. We did this 100% touchless. We did a comparison with a competitor's brand. We did Rampage. And then we finished it off with Absolute and Savage because honestly, those two comparisons we did in the beginning did not clean this the way to be presentable. Our 2-step Absolute and Savage here, it's the way to go. It's a great chemical to get your car back to detail shine, and then you want to maintain with Rampage. Once you get it to here, you don't want to keep 2-stepping it. You want to maintain this with Rampage as much as you can, and then once it gets too far to where Rampage isn't cleaning it anymore, 2-step it again, and then maintain with Rampage. That's how I would recommend. I would carry Absolute, Savage, and Rampage in my arsenal to clean my vehicles. Black truck, nice and clean, no film. If you come around and take a look at this other side, this is what it started out as. Look at all this film. I don't want to rub my finger on it because it's a black truck. You look at this side compared to this side, I mean, it literally looks like a truck right off the showroom floor. Get Absolute Savage on your next wash at www.blingchemicals.com, or click that link in the TikTok shop and get Absolute Savage on your next wash. Bling Bling gets you clean.